Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Big John's Lawn. Hey, in this video I'd like to go over the herbicides, pesticides, and fungicides that I use here in my yard. Anyway, let's get started. So we'll start off with the herbicides that I like to use is Speed Zone. Speed Zone, you can see on the label, has a 2,4-D, mecroprop, P, acid, dicamba, and the carfentrazone, something like that. Anyway, now on the Speed Zone, it tells you do not apply it if it's over 85 degrees. Now last weekend, I took a little bit of a chance with this. It was right around 82. I did fine, no problems. The next day I was actually able to water everything in a little bit, and it was fine. The next one is Tenacity. And let me clarify something real quick. I am not a professional. I do not have a license. These are products that I purchased online. I have read all the labels. I have watched multiple videos on all these products to make sure that they're being applied properly and legally according to their labels. That is very, very, very important. So with the Tenacity, can be applied two different ways. Without a sticker product, as I'm showing here, or without it. And a lot of folks use Tenacity like I did in my backyard. I used it as a pre-emergent. Now, I know with tall turf type fescue, you can use it in cool season grasses. You have to read the label. There's some warm season grasses it's not safe. But if you do it without the sticker and you spray it down when you can actually put this down when you seed, and it will prevent germination of any weeds when you seed. So, or you can use the sticker product and use it with something like Speed Zone. And I can show you what Tenacity actually looks like when it's working. Hang on. See how this is whiting out? Bleached out? That's actually Bermuda that's coming up right there. It's common Bermuda, and that's what Tenacity is doing it to. That was one application. That was last week. I've got a couple others here as well that I can show you. Wrinkled that baby up right there pretty good. Some things it does better on than others. Now this is weed infested areas right here that I'm showing you now for Bermuda. You can see what it's done to that clover. One app. So I'm going to put 2 more apps 2 weeks apart. So next week I'll do another app, and then 2 weeks after that. Now you can go back and take a look at one of my videos, or earlier videos, one of the first ones I done when I did the renovation in my backyard. When my grass was up a little bit, it was fairly young. It's probably 2 or 3 weeks old, possibly 4. I'd have to go back and check just to make sure. I sprayed Tenacity and it bleached out my grass, and it worried me. So I started looking around, and lo and behold, Ryan Knorr had a video out there explaining, don't panic, you didn't kill your grass, you just made it sick. So I didn't kill anything, didn't kill any grass, but it will make young grass sick if you're not careful. But anyway, I love these products. And now the sticker you use and stuff like clover, some of these weeds, they have like a waxy film on their plant naturally. And if you don't use that sticker product, it'll just beat up. If you go out and put water on clover or Bermuda, some of this other stuff, these grasses or these weeds, it'll bubble, it'll beat up and almost roll off. So if you put this sticker on there, it helps the product to stick to that and be taken in through that leaf or that leaf blade, so that it blocks the photosynthesis, I think that's how you pronounce it, so that it can't absorb any sunlight and it dies basically. So anyway, those are my go-to products for now on that. And please, again, please read your labels. Now, when it comes to fungicides, these are my two go-tos, and I bought both of these online. This Oxy 2SC. Now, this is a Group 11 fungicide, and the Eagle, you'll see Alan Hain, lawn care nut, he uses Eagle. This is actually, let me see if I can get in here. This is a Group 3 fungicide. Each do different things. And again, let me clarify, I am not licensed, I'm not a professional, I'm not a chemist. The reason why I use two is that if you don't rotate these, then your fungus will figure out a way around these and still attack your grass. And I can tell you this, you've seen the videos that I've posted earlier today and my mowing and how my grass looks. Here in North Carolina, we've had a ton of rain early this spring and summer. We've had some very, very just humid, sticky days and nights. I mean, it's just been unreal. I mean, you talk about fungus city, or it's just food for fungus. It's there for the taking if you let it. So I am using these right now. I don't have any brown patch. I don't have any fungus issues that I can tell anywhere in my grass. So I'm using these as a preventative. Now, the label says that this oxystrobin, you can use it. It'll last probably around 28 to 30 days, I believe, somewhere right through there. It's very easy to mix. It's not something that you have to mix per acre. You can mix it very easily per 1,000 square feet. Now the Eagle, they tell you, is only good usually for around 10 to 14 days, and I'm like, man, that's pretty expensive for only getting that many days. But if you look at it in a rotational thing, really, we only have maybe what, 5, maybe 6 months, 7 at the most that we have to put this out. So if we're rotating this, I mean, that should get you through the summer, early, late spring, early through the summer, and then early fall if it stays warm and the conditions persist for fungicide or fungus. Anyway, I really appreciate the guys that are putting this out there and teaching us about it. Again, read your labels. Read the labels, follow the labels as prescribed. I mean, it's the law, guys. We have to do this. So make sure you read your labels. You can see mine every time I come out here, I'm pulling these back, I'm reading them, I'm double checking myself, even though I put that on my Yard Mastery app or in my lawn journal. I still check that just to make sure, because I don't want to make any mistakes. So anyway, those are now if you have spots, now you can mix this up per thousand, for like 1 gallon, and you can do spot sprays with this. You don't have to have a battery backpack sprayer or do a blanket spray with this. This is something you can do spot sprays with this. Paul with Paul's Prime Cuts, Paul Outlaw, he does spot sprays for this all the time. He has videos out there that shows all the different stuff he uses, but he does spot spray quite a bit. Anyway, so let's move on to the next one. All right, guys, so now I'm going to talk to you about my insecticides. Now, I've gone with Sayonara, and I know that there are several guys that use this. I bought this locally at my Site One commercial site. And I wanted to put this on there so you can see the ingredients that's on it. I'm not going to try to pronounce this stuff. And then I use the MGK as well. I really like this one. because it's got my instructions in this little bag, and I don't have to worry about it getting wet or anything. I can pull it out and read it as I need it. Now let me tell you what I know about these two. So I've done a lot of YouTube watching on these, because again, I'm not a chemist, I'm not a licensed professional on these. I'm just going to tell you why I use them. Earlier this spring, early spring, mid-spring, we had a lot of rain. Once it started warming up, man, mosquitoes were everywhere around here. And you can see through my backyard, I mean, all the plants and shrubs that we have, trees, the grass that we have, and we do have irrigation back here, so we do keep it watered in. And then if you look back there, you know, all this wetland back in here, there is a creek that goes through, that's a tributary. You know, it's just perfect living for mosquitoes. So the Sayonara, professionals use it inside. I mean, you kill bed bugs with it. It's safe to spray inside your house. It kills ticks, ants, even termites above ground. You got to be careful spraying this, both of these, on any of your plants that are blooming that pollinators come into, because it can sterilize your pollinators. The MGK, the big one on that really impressed me with it, the reason why I bought it. Well, after I bought it, I mean, they recommended it to me at Site 1. When I came back and I started doing research and watching about it, it actually is a growth inhibitor that it will take, I mean, just like a thousandths, 100,000, I forget what. I mean, it's such a very, very small part of this can be taken anywhere around. If the mosquito or the bee or whatever takes this, the fly takes this back, it could be wasps, yellow jackets. My wife's very, very allergic to those, has to carry an EpiPen with her. What it does, they can take that back, and over a period of time, it will sterilize them, and they won't be able to reproduce. It's a growth inhibitor, and it eventually takes them away. The Sayonara will actually kill on contact certain things, but I do spray around the house, and it seems to be working great. So those are those two. Hang on one second. Man, that sun is a beast, man. Wow. Look, I appreciate y'all watching. Like I said, make sure you read your labels. It's very, very important. Take the time. I mean, it's amazing what you can learn on those things. I've thought hard about going and getting my pesticide license for North Carolina. It's $75. You have to go take a class and pass a test. Man, it's something I wouldn't mind doing on the side, you know, on the weekends. I don't have much to do on the weekends anyway. You know, earn a little golfing money or something. Anyway, I just do it for fun around the house, man. It interests me, it keeps me busy, it keeps me out of the house. I've got a couple of, this is Friday, July 3rd. I've got a couple of irrigation heads I got to work on. One I got to move quite a ways out, get it relocated. I'm not looking forward to that, but I'll do that in the morning when it's not 100 degrees outside. Just standing here making this video, I'm just wringing wet with sweat all over. Anyway, listen, I'm babbling on. Happy 4th of July to everybody. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe. Leave a comment, good, bad, I don't care, indifferent. Let me know what you think. Nothing like a little constructive criticism, a little encouragement, and thanks to all those YouTubers out there that I watch that helps me get this information to do what I got to do. So anyway, this is Johnny G with Big John's Lawn. I'm out.